Alright folks, we're back. I busted out the handy dandy Raytech Mini Temp. Used to use this for checking rotor temperature on the go-karts. I'll take a shot of the vise. Vise is reading about 57. Top of the camera is reading about 71. When I shut it off the last time, it was, here, let me show you. 70 degrees, 71. When I shut it off, the last time I checked it with this, and it was 86 degrees, the top of the camera. The bench is reading 59, the bucket of water, 59 to 60. This was about 60 to 61, and I just noticed she's just starting to come up now. 63, I thought I had a 64 here a second ago. But you can see she's starting to come up. It was 58, 59, 60, just like the bench. Bench reading 61. Side of the gel container reading 63. So it's just now starting to come up. It's been about 20 minutes since I shut you off. As you see, I took what was the garbage I had in there and dumped it out, and I poured a little bit more, just a little stream more around, just to make sure it was up, maybe even above. You get that surface, what do they call it? Surface friction or whatever. It's just like watching a surface of water touching the edge of a glass, and it kind of rolls up. It's not doing anything drastic yet. It will, once it starts going, the temperature will start going up rapidly. And I'll show you that live right on the camera, right? And now it's reading 61, 62, holding 61. I thought for sure it was going to start chemically reacting, and I wanted to show you that right on the digital gauge, Let's see. Yeah, camera's still only reading 71 degrees. Let's leave the camera running. Hopefully we'll catch it in the window. We're already 2.5 minutes in. Like I said, we only get about 17.5 minutes, and then it splits into another video. So we don't want to do that. We're hoping this thing is gonna start working here. See, now it's, when I pushed the button down, it said 65. And now it's holding 64. Maybe we're going to get something here. Let's wait till the hold goes off. Mm. 63. 64 on this side. 61, 62. And, dang it, sorry, folks. Sorry about that. That hasn't happened in a while. 59 down at the bottom. The middle 63, 64, 65 now up top. And everything else here is in the 58, 59 range, right? If you think that vise even feels cold, but it's room temperature, 58 degrees. Go over here, hit this saw blade. 58 degrees. How about this hammer? 59 degrees. How about our glue? Same thing. Real close. Everything's real close to being the same temperature, Right? Reed cage, reed cage. Let's see if there's anything in plastic, maybe slightly warmer. No, slightly colder. Look at that. So there you go. I mean, we're just we're going to wait and see if we can actually get it on video. This thing starting to warm up, because it should, as dense as it is, as thick as this stuff is, when it does start going, and it's going, and it'll be over 100 degrees. Should be hot enough to burn you. I've seen this stuff smoke resin after I'm done. Rolling out and doing whatever I'm going to do. Let's say the leftover resin was maybe, say, 2 inches thick. I've had to set it on the ground, because it'll go from being transparent or light tan, clear light tan, to purple and smoking, and then the damn thing will crack, and it just be all angry, and yeah, it can get really, the chemical reaction is violent. But when it goes, it's going to go, and then boom, it'll be gone. So, you know, that 160 said 66 right there. It doesn't matter. It's coming up from the 59, 60 degrees where it was at when I first started. See, 57, 58, 57. Water's going to be 60, 60, no, 59. The bucket where there's no water in it, 60. Where there's water in it, 50. A little temperature change there. What's going on with the stuff in here? 60 degrees. 59 to 60. Whoops, see, we're gaining more temperature, folks. We're going to gain a little more temperature. It's pretty exciting, isn't it? Nothing else to do on a Thursday night waiting for the wife to get home from work than to play with my little mini temp and check it out. You'll see like a grain start to form. Not a raised grain, just like a liquid grain, like I said before, oil mixed with water kind of looking thing. And you'll see the little, I can point it out with something. Let me get this over here. Where'd that thing go? I got one heck of a mess going on in this garage. It's got to stop too. Here, we take a little razor blade here. See right here on the end of the razor blade, there's one there and there's one there. Those are also traits of what it's going to look like when it's hardened up. And I told you it'll lose its gloss and become more of a flat looking surface, color-wise. Now we're reading. That first hit said 68. Oh yeah, they're at 69. Sorry about that. It doesn't really change. It's just what you get in change is what it's telling you here on the top. Let me see if I can get this. 4 to 24 inches away, the spot will be, it looks maybe a half an inch round. 2 to 12 inches away is going to be about a 1/4 inch, and about 1/8 of an inch from 1 to 6 inches away. So it's just taking the temperature in a different size. Up close, it'll be a more direct number. Whoops, see, she's coming up, folks. Boy, look at that. It's kind of interesting seeing how in different places. In the very middle, it probably should be hotter. I know this much. When this gel coat starts to go off, it gets pungent. I mean, if you're not wearing a respirator when you're spraying gel coat and it starts going off, it'll give you chest pain. I've worked with this stuff for so long. It'll make your eyes water. You know, at the old biogenic place where I made models. And sometimes when the fiberglass guy didn't come in or he was sick, I'd have to go and chop fiberglass and spray gel coat. And some of those molds were as big as like a bathtub, maybe a little more square instead of rectangle like a bathtub, but deeper. And you almost have to stick your head in there, you know, to get, you know, a good look at what you were doing and how you were putting it on. Because I don't use a gel coat guide. It's like a little piece of credit, like a credit card or a Bondo spreader that has graduations in it. You know, kind of like a Yamaha Fulcrum arm height gauge check, right, Ronnie? Kind of like that, and it'll tell you how thick, how many mils of thickness you have of gel coat. And there's obviously, if it's too thin, when you go to put fiberglass on it, that chemical reaction will cause the gel coat to raise up off the surface of the mold, and it it looks like snake skin to me. You know, it gets an alligation is what it's called. So, but when it's thick, the thicker it is, it doesn't really much hurt things until it gets real thick. But the action, I can smell it. I can smell it. It's happening right now. Let's check it out. Vice 57. And we're up to 73 right here. Doesn't make any sense why this stuff's not going a little quick. Once it starts going, it should just go. Sorry about that. $74, $75 right there. No. All right, well, I'll bring you back when something's happening. Alrighty, we're on 12 minutes in. That's part C. Peace, y'all. We'll get her going.